Hi again, everybody. This is video 4.5, and I know I said in the last one that if I did a 4.5, it would be answering questions about comments that have been made so far, but of course, like a lot of times, I have changed my mind, and this 4.5 is just going to be on some things that I've thought of since I made the other videos, or that people have asked about, maybe in comments or just when I was talking to people. So I'm going to add about 10 things on, and I won't go into a whole lot of detail to keep it from being too long, but it will be things that you need to at least consider before you go overseas at all, and in particular to Thailand. Number one, which is actually number 13 now, I guess, to go in order, get your passport early. Passports sometimes can take quite a long time to get. You can usually pay for quicker processing like that. That's going to cost you for one. So the best idea is just get it early. Number 14, consider getting a money belt. Now, when I went to Thailand, I did get a money belt, the kind that's strapped around your stomach and was big enough to hold my passport. There's a little bit of controversy or whatever about carrying your passport. Everybody says do not carry your passport. I did for the first 10 days or so. I carried my passport with me all the time. It was in my money belt. It was strapped to my stomach under my shirt, so it was reasonably safe. But I didn't know exactly what I should have done, which most people say make a copy, and more than likely a copy is going to get you by all right if you do get stopped for a check or anything like that. But not necessarily. Possible that if you do get stopped, they will require that you go back to your hotel and get your actual passport. That is possible. It's not likely, and they will go with you. But if you've got a money belt, at least you can be comfortable to carry maybe money for an emergency or something like that with you at the time. So think about getting one. They're pretty cheap on Amazon. Another one, number 15, is don't take anything with you in your billfold, which I did get a comment about billfold. I'm talking about a wallet. We call them billfolds where I come from. But don't carry things you don't need. You don't need your gas card. You don't need your grocery card. You don't need your voter ID. There's a lot of things you just don't need, and don't take them if you don't need them. No point in losing. If you do happen to lose your billfold, then there's no point in losing all this other stuff. Take only the things that you need. Number 16, have access to an emergency money source of some kind, whether it's a relative back in your home country that could wire you some money if needed, or if it's a savings account that you need to be able to access in order to change money over to your checking account. You need to have a source there, just in case something happens that you did not plan on. Always keep that in mind, that you need a backup there. You also need to check into travel health insurance. In Thailand in particular, it's cheap to go to a hospital there, much cheaper than it is here in the States or most other countries, but it still costs, and it still costs a significant amount. Now, some things, your credit cards, they'll give you travel insurance, they call it. You look it up and it's for accident insurance only. You want it for health insurance should you get sick for any reason. And since I'm older, I definitely need to think about that more than maybe younger people do, but anybody needs to have it. Look into travel health insurance. It's not terribly expensive, but look into it. Number 18, go to your doctor ahead of time, get a checkup, make sure everything is as normal as it can be, and tell the doctor where you're going. He may have some ideas, or at least point you in the right direction to see whether or not you need to have any immunization or anything before you go anywhere. I didn't need to whenever I went to Thailand, but things change. So definitely tell him where you're going, let him be aware of it. Number 19, if you take prescriptions, regular prescriptions on a basis, ask your doctor for a copy of your prescriptions. And the prescriptions you carry with you medications. Make sure they're in the original bottles with the prescription number. You can take most things along with you into Thailand, and especially if you got a prescription for it. But be aware, there are things you cannot take into Thailand. The three biggest that I can think of are pot, marijuana, in any shape, manner, or form right now is totally illegal in Thailand, and it's very heavy penalties. Don't take CBD oil or anything like that with you whatsoever. It's dangerous to even consider it, and especially recreational. Forget it. Another one is methamphetamines. That is completely illegal in Thailand, and that includes Adderall. If you take Adderall, that's methamphetamine. If they check your luggage and they find that, they will, the bare minimum, they will confiscate. Opioids, probably the same thing. I don't know specifically. There may be people here in the comments that can answer that. But opioids are, if not illegal, they're highly, highly controlled. And I would really check into that if you take opioids on any regular basis. So just be aware, you can take prescriptions in, but there are restrictions. Number 20. Now this I'm going to let you do your own research on. I just want to give you a heads up so you will go research it on your own. There's plenty of things. There's even one video that 20 Seconds Thailand Rob made about this subject, and you need to be very aware of it. And that is bum guns. The name should tell it all. Look it up if not. Bum guns in Asia or whatever, similar somewhat to a bidet. They are virtually 100% over there, and there are some places, if you get out into the boondocks of Thailand, they still use squat toilets. And that's something else you have to look into, just so you are aware of what is coming up. Toilet paper in Thailand is not real common. Most of the hotels have it there, but you're not allowed to flush it. Thailand, think of the U.S. anyway, in the late 1800s, early 1900s, the infrastructure has been overwhelmed in Thailand in the last 20, 30, 40 years. They do not want you flushing toilet paper. Toilet paper is for drying after using a bum gun, and that's all, and it's to be disposed of in a trash can, not in the toilet, because if people there did use toilet paper all the time, they would have a terrible time with their sewage system. Be aware. Number 21, sunscreen. It's a very sunny country. You're going to get a lot of sun. If you are fair-skinned at all, or you don't get out in the sun very much, you're going to get sunburned. Take sunscreen with a high number on the sunscreen. It's really quite expensive to get sunscreen in Thailand. So if you can take you a bottle with you, which there's all kinds of restrictions on airlines about how much can be in it, like that, you'll have to look in and see what it is in your area. But you'll be better off if you take your sunscreen with you. And number 22, which is the last in this 4.5 series, if you have any intentions of driving anything while you're in Thailand, whether it's a car or a scooter, motorcycle, anything else, you must get an international license at the very minimum. If you stay there for, I think it's like 6 months or 3 months, you have to get a Thai driver's license, and it's quite an ordeal to get. But an international driver's license you can use for short term for driving there. But keep in mind, most places like where I'm from, Oklahoma, they have a separate license for a scooter from a car. And if you don't have that on your regular driver's license, it won't be on your international license either. If you're restricted to a car where you're from, you'll be restricted to a car in Thailand. If you're restricted to a scooter where you're from, you'll be restricted to a scooter in Thailand. Or you can have both places. But your driver's license has to have both. So I'm going to end it right there. I just wanted to add these on just for you to think about without going into a whole lot of detail. Just be aware of these things that you should know about before you go over there. Starting in my next video, video 5, it will be things to do and not do while you are in Thailand. At the very end, I'll probably tack on a video or two about questions that have come up in comments people have asked me about, like that sense. But for right now, that should take care of pretty much everything that I can think of. Read the comments because some people have mentioned some other things. But anyway, so that's it. This is already running along as usual. I will call it quits here, and I will see you in video number 5. Thank you for listening as far as you've listened so far. Click the like if you liked it. Click don't like if you don't like it. Tell me why you don't like it. But I really do appreciate you following along. This has been interesting for sure. Y'all have a good one, and I'll see you in video number 5.